Today on the Garden Fix, I've got the perfect small tree just for you. Hi, and welcome to the Garden Fix. I'm Rob, and I'm in Zone 6B, Western Pennsylvania. So just the other day, Kristen and I were talking about how many small trees that we have in our yard and in our garden, and we've been collecting them, it seems. And when I mean small trees, I'm talking about trees that are about 20 feet tall or less. And somehow that number's gotten up to about 15. So let me tell you about the latest one we got. So it's in the middle of October right now, and about 2 weeks ago, a lot of the nurseries around here are starting to get rid of their perennials, and we noticed the tree that was half off. We had to get it, and that's the one I'm standing next to right now. Let me tell you all about it. So let me introduce you to Malus Sargentii, or Sargent Crabapple. So this little guy gets about 8 to 10 feet tall. It is a dwarf variety of a crabapple, and it also gets about 8 feet wide. It is hardy, and I have seen this on a few different sites now. Some places say it's hardy from 4 to about 8. Some places say it's hardy from about 5 to about 9. So I'm pretty sure that you're pretty safe if you're thinking 4 through 9 for the hardiness zone on this. Now this particular tree can grow in shrub form, and it'll probably stay a little smaller if you do that. Or you can do, as we're doing here, we have a leader, and we're going to try to get that guy up to about 10 feet tall. I would say right now it's probably about 8 feet tall already. Now one of the things that makes this tree pretty cool, it has practically year-round interest. Now it is deciduous, meaning that the leaves will fall off in the winter, but I'll get to that in a second. So what happens on this tree in early spring is that it starts to get its little flowers, and the flowers come out as little purplish pink little flower buds, but then they open up into these 1-inch white flowers, and they cover the whole thing, making it look like a white snow blanket, which is really pretty. After that, it develops the little crabapple berries. So as you can see, it still has them. And the wonderful thing about that is those crabapple berries, they will stay until midwinter. So even though the leaves fall in winter, it still has winter interest. And the birds love those little guys. They'll be taking care of those as the year goes, but there's so many of them that they last. Another thing is in fall, these leaves will start to turn yellowish. And there's such a nice contrast then between the berries and the leaves of yellow and red. Perfect for fall. It's going to look great. Now another interesting thing about this, it has a kind of a rounded canopy, and it gets pretty wide. It gets as wide as it gets tall. So if you let it, it'll get 10 feet wide. Now we don't plan on letting it get that wide because we do have a little sidewalk about, I would say about 4 feet from the trunk of this tree. So I'm probably going to try to keep it maybe 6-7 feet wide. And you can prune these branches pretty good if you want to shape it into something like we want to do, where we'll be able to walk down this sidewalk. Now you want to make sure you plant this Sargent Crabapple in an area that's well draining and gets at least about 6 hours of sunlight every day. It can handle all kinds of different soils, so it's a wonderful plant to just chuck in the ground somewhere and let it get sunlight. But like most trees, you need to make sure that it gets enough water for the first year and again those roots get established. So make sure you keep it moist, and after that it should be fantastic wherever you put it. The growth rate on this is kind of moderate. It's between 1 and 2 feet every year. So, you don't have to wait forever for it to get to its mature size. And there you go. We're really excited about this tree. I can't wait to show it to you in spring again. And hey, by the way, if you haven't subscribed, please do. Please like, please comment. And if you haven't, follow us on Instagram as well. And until next time, guys, I'll see you in the garden.